Hi everybody, Rick Scott here with Dulcimer My Way. And it really, I have to be honest with you here, that when I was growing up, when I was just a lad, I used to listen to AM radio, as much as I could. And I'd stand in front of a mirror with a tennis racket and I would lip sync all the words to all the songs that they played on the radio. It was just, I spent hours doing that. And I have to say that even at this ripe old age that I am in right now, every now and then when I hear those old songs, I just think, I want to play that on the dulcimer. And the dulcimer is often just used for very traditional music. There is that traditional music that goes with this instrument, and many of the recordings and Gene Ritchie and so many artists have made recordings of the traditional music that goes with the dulcimer. But every now and then I just want to say, well, what about that old tune I used to hear on the AM radio? And there was one I was thinking about this morning, which was written by a man named Jimmy James. Jimmy James? Yeah, I think that was his name. And he had a song called Handyman. And I loved this song. And when I saw him once on black and white TV, he sang the song in front of a sports car on a stage, which I thought was really cool. How did he get that car on the stage? And he stood there and he just had the moves and grooves and he sang Handyman, and I loved it. I'd be playing along on my tennis racket. Well, then I think it was James Taylor and Paul Simon, maybe Garfunkel was involved in this one too. They took that song and they added a little minor chord to it. And then it sort of made it more of a folk song. And I thought, well, that's getting really close to dulcimers, because dulcimers are kind of a folk instrument. And so I would like to now play Handyman on the Appalachian Mountain Dulcimer for you. And again, these are covered in the three chords, or the four chords that we have been discussing all along, which is the D, which is any one string played with the other two open, in the D, A, D tuning. An A chord, which is your first finger on the first fret on the outside string and the first fret on the bottom string, those two there. And the G chord, which is the one you got to stretch for, and if you can't stretch for it, just play those two. And when you get that G chord, if you move down to a more comfortable position, you get the B minor chord. And so those are the chords that are used in Handyman. And there's one other chord that I guess I haven't even taught you, but I should do that right now. If this is a D chord, if you put your finger across all three strings right on that first fret, you're going up a whole tone, and that's what comes after D, A, B, C, D, E. So here's your E chord. There's your D chord. There's your E chord. And you will hear an E chord in this song. And I hope you'll sing along with me. You must know this tune, because it's got the coolest lick in the middle of it, which goes. So you're going to the D, to the A, to the B minor. Now that B minor is the one that James Taylor and those guys put in there that Jimmy Jones did not, but I think it helps it out a little bit. And then you get to sing the greatest punctuation line ever written. Come, 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 yeah, yeah. Come, 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 yeah, yeah. I would just like to point out that I'm just doing this. Up, down, up, down. But I'm doing a little slap here, right? Hey people, gather round, B minor, look what I'm putting down. G, hey, 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 I'm your handyman. Then you go G, A real quick. I don't use paper or pencil or rubber, no. belong to another school. G, hey, hey, I'm your handyman. Then the chorus, and I like to walk up to a G chord. I walk my fingers up. If your broken heart needs repair, whoa, I'm the man to see. I'll fix it, 3 things, tell all your friends. E, you come running to me. It's so hard to do that. Me, it's like yodeling. Me, I did it. Me, here's the main thing that I want to say. I'm busy 24 hours a day. Hey, hey, I'm your handyman. G to A. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, yeah. D, 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 A, B minor. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, yeah. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, yeah. I just made a mistake. It's okay to make mistakes. That's what I believe, because I seem to make them occasionally. But that's the song that I loved so much when I was a kid. And I highly recommend you learn that B minor chord, because that chord, I love that chord. And it's not hard to play, you know, first finger on the middle string of the first fret, and then your ring finger down there on the second fret on the bass string. And you've got a B minor, and it just makes that whole song come together so nicely when you go D, A, B minor. And by the way, that's the way they end it. They go, yeah, yeah.